Okay, so we'll be using a drop D tuning on this, D, A, D, G, B, E, and the main progression more or less just stays the same throughout the whole thing. We go from this A flat to E flat. It's a low E flat, so that's why we need this drop D here, and then to an F. So with this, basically we're just starting at the 6th fret, and we're just kind of downstrumming right on beat, like quarter notes. And we're just thinking like sets of 6, basically. All right, and you want to do about 4 sets of 6 with the A flat at the 6th fret here. Okay, that 4 times. And then we'll drop it down to our E flat at the 1st fret here. And with this one, basically 2 sets of 6. Bump it up to the 3rd fret for the F, and same deal there, a couple sets of the 6. And we have some guitars layering over each other, probably about 3 guitars. So that's kind of the first main progression, just doing like some power chords. The beginning lead guitar does this bit, where we'll be at the 6th fret here on the high E, hit it, hold it for a couple beats, then to the 6 on the B, same deal, and then to the 8 on the G. And we hold that one just a little bit longer. And then we'll go 6 on the B to 7G. Hold that a moment. And then just make the 7, 8 on the G. Alright, and we'll have a little variation of that one towards the outro there in that kind of second half of the song. For the, I guess you would say the second guitar, it's just picking through chords, like arpeggiating here. It starts with this kind of unique A flat major 9, and the simplest way I could grab that here would be 11 on the A, 10 on the D, 12 on the G, and then the 11B. And we're basically just going right down through it, back up to the D string. So the 11, 10, 12, 11, 12, 10. All right, and we do that about 4 times, and then we'll shift down to this E flat major 7. And this kind of movable bar chord shape here, where we have the 6 on the A, 8D, 7G, 8B, and we pick that the exact same way, just down through and back up to the D. We'll only do that a couple times, and then we'll move to this F7 suspended, and then it kind of shifts a little to like an F6 at the end there. So basically just 8s on the A, D, and G string here, and then we'll want this 6 on the B under it. Pick it all the way down, back up to the top. All right, and then once we get back to the A string, we kind of start the next arpeggio, where basically we go 8A, 8D, 8G, but then we go from the 8G to 7G, back to a couple of 8s on the G. Okay, so that one kind of switches the ending a little bit on the F section. Once we get to the break, where everything kind of like chills out a bit, the lead shifts a little. We kind of start with that same 6 on the high E, then we come high with it. We just go 11, 13, 11. Okay, hold that a moment. Then we just do 13, 11. Hold that, and then 11, 13. And after the break section there, we get a variation of that initial lead that we had. It's more or less the same, just the intro kind of switches a little bit. We go the 6 high E, then we do an 8B, back to the 6 high E, and then from there, it's very similar. We just go to the 8G, hold that, and then we do the same ending, the 6B to 7G, 7 to 8 on the G. Okay, so it just alters the beginning of it just a little bit there. And for this final bit, this is kind of what's happening with the second guitar during the break section and at the very end of the song. It's just kind of a variation of the way we get through those chords, the arpeggiated chords. Kind of leave the B string out of it, but more or less the same shapes. So the initial one will be 11A, 10 D, and then have the 12 on the G. And we just basically pick through the A, D, A, G string, A, G string. And there's some like delay effects on this, so it could just be, maybe I'm picking too many notes here, but the delay kind of makes it sound like there's a little more going on. So anyway, we're just picking through that. Something like that. We do that a couple times, and then we'll shift down to the E flat shape. Like I said, same thing we did in the previous spot, just leave the B string out. So we got the 6, 8, 6, 7G. All right, and it's kind of different. We're not just arpeggiating down and back up, we're kind of picking through it a little more. All right, and then from there, the F7 sus, which is just eighths on the A, D, and G.